This morning, Neil Thompson.
Good to meet you again, James.
Yeah, now one of God's laws. This is an important thing, family relationships, because it's one of God's laws.
It is, you know, it's right there in the Ten Commandments, the fifth commandment,
Yeah, I was
honour
always
your
scared of
father
this
and your
one.
mother,
Yeah.
and that your days may be long in the land. I mean, that's what the commandment says.
Okay, so how do you live longer because you're respecting mum and dad?
Well, basically what it translates into is not just a respect for your parents, though that's really important, because we don't get to choose who our parents are in life. They're just our parents, that we're just born through them. But in respecting our parents, we begin to respect authority figures in our life.
Okay.
And when you do that, and you actually start to honour authority in our life, then it actually translates into a more peaceful life and a better way to live, and you have less anger issues, and so many other things come as a benefit.
I remember late last year, what was hitting New Zealand newspaper was boy races, okay?
Yep.
Now, there were boy races when we were lads.
Yeah, look, there were, and I was one of them, you know.
Okay.
Had my little 1969 Tirana, and I had it hotted up.
Oh, okay, so when the authority figure rolls up,
Yep.
we are supposed to respect the authority and follow
Correct.
instructions. Yeah,
That's
okay,
right.
rightio, okay.
And that's a fundamental part of society. If we can't respect authority, if we can't actually fit in, what we're really saying is we don't want to be part of society. And that's where problems come in. You know, if you can't respect mum and dad, then you're really saying you don't want to be part of your family and you want to get a divorce from your family. And, you know, that's just crazy.
Everybody picks on boy races, and to tell you the truth, I always wanted to be one, but it's not really talking about individual acts as much as it's talking about a large trend, isn't it?
That's right, large trend and the attitude that we have.
That's the attitude.
Yep.
Me first, me only, my way, Jose.
Or am I willing to submit to the authority of someone else when it's necessary?
And so God's really saying, if it's a me first, a wealth, a society that's trying to grab a hold of power, wealth, of pleasure, regardless of any other value, that society is going to implode. It won't last long.
That's right, and your days aren't going to be long in the land. But if, on the other hand, you can actually focus on parents first and God first and respect for others, that's a foundation on which you can build all healthy relationships on.
Okay. Well, we better see what God's got to say.
All right.
Well, I wonder what God did say. I mean, what was the holy law of God? Everybody knows it, Neil.
Yeah, well, that's right. We just said it before, but let me now just read it to you. From the Bible, this is Deuteronomy chapter 20 and verse 12. It says, "Honour your father and your mother, that your days may be long upon the land which the Lord your God is giving you." So there it is. And when you break that down, I think the key word here is honour. And what is honour? It means to place a high value on someone or something. It's a choice that we make, and we make that choice to honour our parents. Now, our parents can do all sorts of dastardly things to us. Sometimes they mean to, and sometimes they don't mean to. It's just the stuff of life. But our response to them needs to be one of an intentional choice to honour them, and to honour who they are in our life, the fact that they're the ones who gave us life and brought us here into this place. And that's the foundation for everything else that flows. And
blow me down, as Neil was saying before, it even includes the mayor and mayoress, the authority figures in life in general. Wow.
Yep.
Okay, well, does this still apply today? I mean, come on, when you stop to think about it, Ben, you know.
Well, we see this not only back in the Bible, but we do see it taking place in our lives today. Back in the Bible, Malachi made this incredible prophecy that Gavin actually quoted earlier. And it says this, that there will come a time when at the awesome day of the Lord, one will come who will turn their fathers' hearts back to their children and their children's hearts back to their fathers, or else there'll be destruction in the land. And so what's he saying? Well, it's really just a common sense thing. And that is that if families disintegrate, it's going to have a flow-through effect into the whole of society. It's like the Bible's saying, family unit is like the building block of society. And, you know, you don't need to be a Christian to recognise the common sense value in that principle. And so, you know, I was just reading something of Ian Grant, our own Kiwi leader in family values, and he was quoting a survey in the United States that put this incredible statistic together. They were suggesting that a family or an individual from a healthy family will contribute about $1 million to the economy over their life. But an individual who's come out of a difficult family may sort of sap up to $3 million from the economy over their life.
Oh, so what parents do is important.
Well, that's a pretty staggering sort of thought, isn't it? It makes you think, oh, am I one of the ones sapping from society? But I think it's a real good sort of wake-up call, if nothing else, the value and importance of having a strong, healthy family.